Tonight, President Trump weighing in on a controversial and heartbreaking case in the UK, offering the help for family of Charlie Gard, the 11-month-old baby who's captured the world's attention after essentially being sentenced to death. White House correspondent Kevin Corke is live on the North Lawn tonight with the story.
Sandra, good to be with you this evening. This is a very powerful story, and amid all the consternation and controversy surrounding the president's use of social media, he actually took to Twitter today to express his support for little Charlie Gard over in the United Kingdom. He's the little boy that suffers from mitochondrial disease, and for the folks at home, this is a major story that reaches all the way to the Vatican. Let me share just a bit of what the president said today by way of Twitter. He said, quote, "If we can help little Charlie Gard, as per our friends in the UK and the Pope, we would be delighted to do so." Now, his parents would like to bring him here to the U.S. to seek experimental medication or care, and failing that, they'd simply like to take the little kid home so they can spend his final hours with them all together as one. But the hospital where he is staying won't let the little boy leave. In fact, they've argued that there's no prospect that he'll recover, and the British Supreme Court has agreed, opening the door for doctors there to withdraw life support for the child. Now, White House officials tell us that the president has not spoken directly with the family and doesn't want to issue any pressure or apply any pressure in any way. He's simply trying to be helpful, if at all possible. And let me take this a step farther. I think this is important, Sandra. White House telling us tonight that, citing legal issues, they cannot tell us if a U.S. hospital or a specific doctor has agreed to provide care or help the child. But obviously, this is a story we'll all be watching very carefully, and a great many of us, I think it's fair to say, Sandra, will be praying for little Charlie Gard.
We certainly will. Kevin Corke, thank you. Joining me now with more on this is Charlie Hurd, a political columnist at the Washington Times and a Fox News contributor. A story that is moving many of us tonight as we learn more about this little baby, Charlie, and to hear this story, it is a powerful one.
It sure is. And, you know, Sandra, this is kind of vintage Trump. You know, when you take an issue like this and you run it through the mill in Washington, and it becomes completely politicized, it becomes completely distorted by the politics of abortion. But Donald Trump looks at it, he's not used to, he's not a seasoned politician. He looks at this and he just sees a little baby and a family in a terrible, terrible situation and offers to help. And the idea of a politician sort of seeing it in those such simple terms is kind of unheard of for us, I feel like. But it's, and I think it underscores why, throughout the campaign, we heard Republicans and Democrats talk about how, well, Donald Trump, he's not a real evangelical and all that kind of stuff. And true, he's not. But this is how he earns the undying support of those people, is because when he looks at a situation like this, he doesn't see politics. He just sees, a baby in need and a heartbroken family wanting to do whatever they can to help him.
It's hard to believe in this story, as Kevin Corke gave us many of the details there, that this family is saying, look, if we can't send this baby to the United States, where the president is welcoming this child and his family with open arms, and doctors willing to help him, then let us take him home. But they can't even get that. They've been turned down by the Supreme Court. The European Court of Human Rights is refusing to intervene. They are saying judges of the European Court of Human Rights concluded that further treatment would, quote, continue to cause Charlie significant harm, in line with advice from specialists at Grand Ormond Street.
It's truly Orwellian. I mean, and just the name of the European Human Rights, whatever that is, I mean, it's just terrifying to think that an outfit like that would actually have control over a family and these decisions. And I hate to sort of bring politics into it, because we were just talking about how nice it is that you have somebody like Donald Trump who takes the politics out of it. But my goodness, I mean, if that's what state-run, government-run healthcare is all about, no thank you. I don't want to have anything to do with it. And to sort of further bring it into politics, which I apologize to everyone for doing, but I think that you can't avoid it. When Obamacare was being passed, and people, Republicans were talking about death panels and things like that, everybody freaked out and said those people were being reckless. Well, what is this then? At some point, if the federal government is in charge of all of your health care, and then they have to make the decisions that, no, we're not going to care for this person anymore, or no, they can't die this way, or they can't die that way, or we're not going to try this treatment, what else do you want to call it? If it's not a death panel in name, it's a death panel in, it's basically a death panel, and it's really frightening to think about that, given what we're debating in America today.
It is amazing the timing of it, as we are about to undergo major changes in our healthcare system in the United States, and many asking if the U.S. should even be getting, I should say, some asking the question whether or not we should be getting involved. But you heard it from the president. He would welcome this child, welcome that family. We pray for that family tonight. Charlie, thanks for bringing us the bigger picture on that as well.
Thank you, Sandra, and happy 4th of July.
To you too.